Imagine you have a buddy who can fulfill your every wish. He can buy you an apartment, make you famous, find the love of your life. He doesn't need anything in return, except your soul and body. The Islamic religion believed and still believes in the existence of mythical creatures. Some of them are horrifying to this day. In Islamic mythology, Jinn are spirits that are strangely hostile to humans. The Creator created them from smokeless fire. They could be very dangerous, but useful. Whoever managed to subdue this spirit to his will could get untold riches, fame, eternal youth. Anything the soul desired. That is why in the Middle Ages, thousands of scientists were looking for a reliable way to overcome the Jinn. Who are genies? Everyone knows them from movies and cartoons. Surely everyone knows the image of the Jinn as a good spirit living in a golden lamp or in a jug. The popularization of the genie in this way influenced the screenings of Aladdin or Our Old Man Hotabik. This is now a genie or have a long beard like Santa Claus or fulfill 3 wishes like Pushkin's goldfish. But in ancient times, in the Arab countries, people about such things and dare not even dream. Jinn have a mind and live in their own world with their wives and children. This world is forbidden for ordinary people to enter. They even have cities, their own rulers, and a separate religion. A jinn is a male entity, and women were called jinniri. Before the adoption of Islam, jinn were divine beings. They were worshipped, sacrifices were made, festivals were held in their honor. But with the adoption of the new faith, they were transferred to the category of evil spirits. Islamic theologians say that the Almighty created 3 kinds of intelligent beings: humans, angels, and jinn. Orthodox Muslims may encounter jinn very rarely. The most important negative jinn is Iblis, the analog of the Christian Lucifer, fallen angel. And even their stories are very similar to each other. Iblis was also a favorite of the Almighty. This really spoiled the genie. He became proud and stopped obeying his Lord. For this he was banished from heaven to earth. Lucifer was banished to hell. So Iblis turned from an angel into a genie. Iblis and his handmaidens fulfill all the functions of Satan and his host. They incline people to lies and paganism, incite them to deceit, theft, and adultery. The servants of the main jinn are shaitans. In our way they are called devils and demons. Not all jinn obey the will of Iblis, but still Muslims are distrustful of these creatures. People believe that the jinn do not want them to live a better life, but only want to harm them. Jinniri can seduce men with their unearthly beauty and then set them up. They are masters at destroying families. Jinn like to interact with humans and run errands for a fee. In many cases, the fee is exorbitant, except that humans find out too late. Jinn absorb light and solar energy. If they lack them, they feed on human energy. Sooner or later, interaction with a man ends with the complete enslavement of the person. The genie is vested in his body, after which they become insolent. Jinn masterfully influence people, nurture their ego, vanity, greed, desire for power. They are manipulators and illusionists. Many rituals have emerged to invoke these entities. Some of them are incompatible with human life, and the rest somehow lead to enslavement and negative consequences. Everything has become too easy and accessible, and people ignorantly use this information. They have no idea what they are messing with. People think that by owning a genie, they will be able to provide themselves with security, comfort, and superiority over others. In fact, everything is much scarier. Being in the human body, the genie, first of all, affects the psyche. The victim is insanity, neurosis, inadequate behavior, insomnia, constant worry, sadness. Also, if a person was possessed by a genie, he can hear foreign voices, he may visit suicidal thoughts, may have nightmares for a long time. And as a rule, in such situations, psychologists and psychiatrists are powerless. When a person leaves this world, the genie is looking for another body for replanting. As a rule, he chooses the one who is the weakest in the family, a child. That's how genies are inherited. The soul of the former owner will pass the circles of hell and torment for a very long time, almost an eternity. This is payback for the call of destructive essence. Demonology of Muslims divides the jinn into 4 categories: Marid, Ifrit, Salat, and Ghuli. Marid, the most ferocious entities, they are set against people. They are sexless and incorporeal spirits, capable of taking the images of people, animals, and plants. Most often they are in the form of gray-haired old man with a long beard and white clothes. These jinn were expelled from paradise with Iblis, but thanks to their cunning they moved into the world of people. Ifrits are the closest handmaidens of Iblis. They have immense power and are capable of accomplishing the impossible. Saladas are the classic genies from Eastern fairy tales. They can fly and their skin has a blue tint. They love to dress beautifully and adore jewelry. Selets are ready to fulfill any 3 wishes of a person, but are prone to trickery. Good spirits cannot be called them, as Salat often harm people out of mischief and curiosity. They can even kill. Ghuli are the creepiest creations of the jinn. It is believed that Iblis himself created them. Ghouls combine the traits of werewolves and vampires. Such a genie can not only drink blood from the unfortunate victim, but also completely eat it. Especially dangerous are these genies for children, which they have considered a treat. When the ghouls cannot find a living victim, they do not hesitate to tear up graves and devour corpses. Outwardly, the ghouls resemble our devils. They are creatures with donkey hooves, horns, and a body covered with wool. For a short time, a ghoul can pretend to be a human and even a beautiful girl, but only to trap a person and kill them. The belief in jinns is very strong among Muslims. Therefore, every true believer is well aware of the main ways to combat this impurity. Most often, various amulets, talismans, and magical items are used. Some even conduct special rituals designed to protect the house or business from the jinn. In order to protect oneself from unwanted contact with a genie, a Muslim should read the Quran more often at home. If a genie has entered a person, he can be expelled only in the name of Allah. Evil jinn or shaitans incline a person to vices and idolatry. The clerics say that a person with strong faith does not need any additional protection from the jinn. Simply put, the jinn are powerless against those who truly believe in Allah and fulfill all the instructions of the Prophet. Adherence to the canons of faith, absolute sobriety, and integrity are the main defense of a Muslim. If it was interesting, subscribe to our channel, put a like and write in the comments about which mythical creature you want to know more. And remember, genies are not as simple as people perceive them to be. They are not sweet and kind wish fulfillers. It's much more complicated than that. For a while they do fulfill the wishes of the master, but the longer the interaction between the energies of man and the genie, the stronger the latter become.